Hello everyone, and welcome to Tuesday morning trading. This is Shadowtraders demo. My name's Barbara Cohen. I'm the CIO of Shadowtraders. This is July 28th. This morning I wanted to show you the power of pivot trading. Previously I've shown you a lot about the fractals, but today I really want to concentrate on showing you how important trading with pivots can be. Right now you can see that we are sitting on a pivot. See the horizontal lines right here and right here. You can see what happened here at 9:02. At 9:02 we had a high there, right on the pivot, very long wick, came right back down. Right now we're sitting on another pivot. Got an indication that the market was going to come down. That was correct, but the problem is we're sitting on the pivot. And now here's a couple of indicators that are going to tell us we're going to have difficulties. Right now we got an indicator, you can see we just got an indicator to go up, right there. Also we have the fractal switch, see the fractal switch, which is the blue line. Told us the blue line is a fractal support and resistance line, and that was sitting on support and telling us 2 bars in advance, you're going to have a problem. We're going to have some kind of a breakout going the opposite direction. We have that information right here. That was your support and resistance line. Now notice this fractal. This is the red fractal is the support and the green fractal is the resistance. When the support crosses above the resistance, you know you're going higher. You're going to get a big move, and we're getting that big move. You can see a big move coming in right now. We already knew because we had the fractal switch, we had the cross, and we bounced off a pivot. This is the importance of trading with pivots and fractals at the same time. Now, what do we use here? What's important to us? You can see there's a kind of a yellow line in the bar. This bar did not have yellow, but this one does. These two do. That's momentum built right into the candle. We don't believe that you should have a bunch of different indicators below eye level. See, we just keep them all in the front here. And so we put our momentum inside the candle. If you have momentum, you can get through a pivot. Without momentum, it is very difficult. Even with momentum, sometimes it's difficult, but without, it's very hard. It's very hard. See how we had momentum here and we couldn't get through it, but we had no momentum here, we had no momentum here, we had no momentum here, and we bounced right back up. Right here, there was no momentum. Even though they had a nice long tail, nice long wick, there was no momentum. Now we're coming up, and we're coming up with momentum. See how they're pushing right through that pivot? Because they have momentum. Let's see, but we're also stalling. That's what I'm telling you. Even with momentum, it's tough. Without momentum, it's very difficult. And notice we lost momentum here. See, no momentum in this bar. So came right back down. See that? Said, I don't have momentum. I'm not going through that pivot. Now, was that a trading opportunity for you guys? Absolutely. Right? Steal ticks off those bounces. And there we go. Now we have another high coming in. See the high there? Trying to bust through that pivot. But again, even with momentum, see the difficulty in trying to bust through a pivot. And we had that high. Said, you're not going that high. And it's coming back down again. You're not going that high. You're not going higher. You're not going to go through me yet. Now, we have another support and resistance line coming in. It's going to tell us we're going to have a change here in direction. We're going to have a change in direction. And there it goes. Look at that. There goes your pivot. Look, it's going to go through the pivot because why? It has momentum. And it's going to go through that high because why? It has momentum. That's the only reason it can do that, is it has momentum. And we've just hit another pivot. Notice we didn't hit a pivot with momentum. The momentum kind of fell off. We hit the pivot, they couldn't penetrate. When the momentum fell off, boom. We hit the pivot and the market stopped on a dime. Tried to, even gave us a nice long wick. Look at that. But can't get through because we don't have enough momentum to get through it. And so we bounced. Is that a trading opportunity for you guys? Absolutely. If you like to scalp, oh, there's a couple of ticks right there, just on that. Now comes more momentum. Look, they've got more momentum, and we have another blue indication that we're going to bust through. You know, they're going to have a change in direction here. And we're trying. We're hitting up at this other pivot right above here. We're trying to bust through right now. There it is, busting through the pivot with momentum. Right? If you don't have momentum, you're not going to bust through. And you can see the pivot line right above here. And we're losing that momentum again. With momentum, you can bust through. Without momentum, it just stops as if on a dime. Okay, we're coming up. We're trying to bust through. We're trying to get through this pivot. There's another high indicator. Right there. There's a high indicator. So no, that's it. You ain't going any higher. And you ain't got no momentum. We're coming back down. That was an awesome run, though. If you take a look where this guy started at 72.5 and ran up to 78.5. That is 6 points, my friends. 6 points. And now we've just gotten a signal that it's coming down. Look, we just got that EX signal with more momentum. We painted this bar blue for you so you could really see it. And we're coming down. Now we hit our first low, saying, you're not going to come down that far. Because why? We got some more momentum. But that was a nice little trade back down. Again, if you're into scalping, you've got two opportunities. You could have gone long. You can also scalp. We're giving you both opportunities here. If you like to scalp off pivots, and as they bounce back down, you can scalp and take a tick or two. If you like to go long, look, we gave you the fabulous long to go up with momentum to tell you you could stay in the trade. And now we're stuck on the pivots. Look at this. We just don't even have, we don't have the momentum to go down, let alone to go back up. Once you lose that momentum, the market's going to stop on you. And so it does. So it does. It just stops. Like you're in cement. And getting a little breakout here. We had an indication. There's the beige line. See the beige line? Told you. The breakout, breakout. Sure enough, we got a breakout. There's the beige line, and it happened two bars. Remember, beige line indicates breakout. Blue line, support and resistance. There's our high. There's our indication. She's coming back down. So we had a little breakout to the high. We hit the high. Now comes the breakout that we're coming back down. There's the indication right there. And we're coming down with momentum. We hit the low. Notice we just hit a low. And a blue line telling us chances are we're going to go back because that's resistance. And that's support and resistance line. We hit it, and notice we're coming right back up a little.